almost a week of our morning exercise routine. This is just a little warm-up routine to get you ready for your day. This first 5 minutes that we go live, it's for people who are just getting started, who just are starting to move, and it doesn't matter really at what level you're at. Even if you've never done anything in your life, you'll be fine doing this. And we are going to build up slowly. That's why we're just starting with about 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes at the most. And we're just going to go from there because we don't want any frustration with doing something that's impossible to maintain. And we're doing it together because doing it together is so much easier than doing it alone. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for your morning routine. So I want you to take your feet and just kind of plant them nice and sturdy. Give yourself a good wide base so your balance is good. And I want you to think of your legs as tree trunks, and those tree trunks have roots growing into the floor or into the ground, wherever you're standing, or into the carpet. And those roots are keeping you down. So even if you wanted to, you couldn't lift your feet up. And breathe slowly in and out. Breathe in the fresh air and breathe out the old air. In with the fresh and out with the old. And with the next inhale, bring your arms up as high as they can go. And with the exhale, we go back down again. With the inhale, lift them up. And with the exhale, bring them down. Let's do that one more time. The oxygen is going into your body, going into all your muscles, all your blood vessels. And this time we're going to raise up one hand, do the same thing, inhaling. And exhaling as it goes down. And the other hand, inhaling and exhaling. We're going to do that one hand at a time. Today we're going to increase our speed a little bit, but just a tiny bit. Lift one arm up, and one arm down, and one arm up, and one arm down. Now this is as much as you can do. We're not trying to strain, we're not trying to hurt ourselves. You go as high as you can go. If it's to here, that's great. If not, whatever you can do. You can also bring your weight up. Do the same thing to the front. We're going to breathe in, lifting them up in the air, and exhale, bringing them down, and inhale, bringing them up. And exhale, bring them down. And then one at a time. One arm up and down, and up and down, and up and down, and up and down, and a little faster. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So again, take your very sturdy stance. That was just to show the arms. You can stay where you are. And bring your shoulders up. And a shrug. And down. And a shrug. And down. And shrug. And down. And shrug. And down. If you have neck problems, skip this next bit. But I just want you to drop your chin a little bit. And come up. And drop your chin to your chest, and come up, chin to your chest, and come up. Look left, back to neutral, look right, back to neutral. Look left, back to neutral, look right, back to neutral. Okay, so we're going to move down to our waist, as we did before. Going to take a little bend to the left. Let's do the left today first. Little bend to the right. Little bend to the left. Back to the middle. Little bend to the right. Back to the middle. And let's do 4 more quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back to neutral. Fly like a chicken. Flap your elbows up and down. And now I want you to take your elbows, keep them by your side, and you're just going to lower your lower arm and bring it back up, and lower it down and bring it back up. And a little faster. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now, your wrists, we're going to bend them and straighten, and bend and straighten, and bend and straighten as much as they go. Bend and straighten. Spread your fingers, bring together. Spread your fingers, bring together. And 3, and 4. Okay, so we can go to our weight shift. I'm very big on this, being conscious of which leg is carrying the weight of your body and how it's moving. So take a good sturdy stance, and I want you to think of your shoulders and your hips as a square, and that square is just going to slide from side to side. You can't keep your hips even. If they tilt, that's okay too. But I want you to shift that weight towards your left foot so that your left foot is carrying more weight than your right foot. I want you to feel that. I want you to try and really connect your brain to what's happening in your body. And then we're going to shift to the other side. Most of your weight is over your right leg. Feel that. And then we're going to shift back to the left. And then shift back to the right. And to the left. And to the right. And let's go a little bit faster. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. And come back up to neutral. You can stay where you are. I'm just going to show we're just going to do some knee bends. So I want you to slide your hands down your thighs and just bend your knees a little bit. And come back up. And bend your knees. And come back up. This is just to get ourselves moving, to get our knees bending, because they're going to be bending and straightening a lot during the day. And if we warm up before we get on with it, we're going to be that much more prepared, that much less likely to get injured, and we're going to get a little bit stronger each time we do it. Okay, so let's do one last one. And again, we're going to take a nice firm stance, but straighten your legs a little bit more this time. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to rock back and forth, but we're going to shift our weight towards our left and then towards our right. This doesn't have to be a big movement. We're just trying to feel that one leg in each movement is more dominant than the other. And it's taking more of what we carry around each day. And try and be very conscious of what you're feeling. Remember the movement. We're going to come back to it. And come back to neutral. And one very last one, because I like this one too, and it's something that we're going to progressively do more of. Stand straight again. Your knees can be bent or straightened. It doesn't really matter. If you need to hold on to something, do that. But we're going to rock our weight forward so it's over the balls of our feet. So you feel that to, you could lift your heels up. You don't need to though. So you're going forward and back to neutral, and rock it forward onto the balls of your feet, and back to neutral, and roll it forward towards the balls of your feet, and back to neutral. And this can be a very small movement, does not have to be big, but this is another weight shift where we're going to build up into other things. And take another deep breath in. This time, take a deep breath in, bring it to the side. Give yourself a big hug and say, you did it, yay! You got up, you did the program, and you are ready to go. You are moving and feeling that much more positive about your day. So I will see you next week, Flare Flies. If you want something a little more advanced, we're gonna hop on again, do a little more advanced routine, and after that we're gonna hop on and continue our choreography around, say, 7:15 maybe, so stay tuned. I love you, my Flare Flies. Have a wonderful day, have a lovely weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.